Be loud. Be loud. Show up. Be loud. Uh, it's exciting for all of us. A lot of guys. It's funny. I've been fortunate enough to do some traveling, but so many guys have never really left North America. Multiple guys I was talking to, maybe been to Canada, maybe been to Mexico, but never, gone across the Atlantic. So exciting for them to come over here. And I think it's, I've been around the world a little bit, and I've been to Packer bars in different countries. I went to one in Paris, and what it tells you is that this sport has a big reach, and I think it's a good perspective moment for all of our guys to see how special it is, the opportunity that we have to play a game that has worldwide reach. And it's the Super Bowl's broadcast in over 100 countries and millions of people. To just embrace that fact that this is so rare, to be able to come over, in a different country and entertain fans that are waking up early or staying up late watching our games and trying to put on a show for you guys. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been a fan of the Premier League for a long time, so obviously I'm aware of what kind of fans that Europe and especially the UK has. Been a fan of many soccer players that have come over to the MLS. I had a random encounter with Steven Gerrard when he was playing for the Galaxy, and it was one of the rare times in life where I was starstruck. And we were just in like a shop in Beverly Hills. I was getting an outfit for the ESPYs or something, and I just was stunned. I was like, oh my God. And I looked around, I'm like, nobody, knows who he is. I think it must have been nice for him to be able to be over in the States and have some anonymity because of the fame that he has for his career over here. But on that note, I'm excited to be here. This has been something that we want to do for a long time, but like I said in the opener, we have a great fan base and we travel well, so it's hard for teams to want to give up a home game when Green Bay is coming to town. And obviously we play at one of the most iconic spots in all the sports at Lambeau Field. So it's nice to be here. The schedule, look, it's not a big deal. It's just fun to enjoy it. This is one of those games I think at the end of your career, when you think back on it, it's going to be a special moment to be able to play in front of the fans here. Oh, Wembley. Yeah, I mean that's a fantastic place. But I would like to go to multiple Premier League games, but going to like City United would be kind of right at the top of the list, or watching one of my favorite bands at Wembley. Just basically anything at Wembley. Tonight will be awesome, to watch that friendly. But I think there's a lot of great venues around here. It's some of the smaller ones too. Smaller venues, the fans are so they care about their team so much, live and die with it. And I think it's been good for the States to see a show like Ted Lasso. It's been, there's been a lot of different things that have increased the participation in soccer, and it's things like watching the documentary about City, or having some of the top players from the Premier League and some of the other leagues come over and play in the MLS. Our team, the national team, to improve a little bit better. Obviously, our women have had a great run over the years, but it's good for the sport of soccer in our country when we're exposed to a little bit more of that beautiful sport.
You mentioned the City then. Did you, Tom, what have you made of the London games so far? This is your first time experience.
I mean, I love the idea. I know there's talk years and years ago about a team in London, and I don't know if that's still in the conversation, but a lot of great venues around London. That's kind of why I wanted to go to Wembley, is because I've been a fan of that stadium and watching the Premier League for so long and seeing the derbies there, and obviously watching Palladium and watching all the concerts at Wembley. I've always dreamt of watching a big concert or a big soccer match at Wembley. So it'll be fun to be there. But the games have always been great. This is the first game between teams with the winning record, I believe, in London, which is even better. But it's about time we're here. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's something that I think we need to keep doing. I think it'll be interesting to kick around a franchise at some point. I'm sure the league has had some conversations about that. It might make for some interesting travel issues with maybe West Coast teams at times, but it's fun to grow the game. We've played in Mexico. There's games in Canada. There's been games in obviously England. The NFL Europe used to be heavily in Germany, and everybody who played in that loved it, had a great time. The reach of the NFL is ever expanding, but I think we got something special in England with the games at Wembley and now the games at Tottenham. We're just excited to be here, and a lot of us who love to travel, we're kind of hoping for a Monday takeoff so we can enjoy some food and some culture and maybe a Premier League game. But either way, we're excited to be here, and this is not just a normal road trip, even though the coaches speak as always, hey, we're here to win a game, yada, yada, yada. This is definitely more special. City. They've been good to me. They send me a lot of kits, gear. They played at Lambeau this year. But yeah, I enjoy City, and honestly, I got into it watching the documentary about the team and enjoying just the way Pep handled the team and his coaching style. But I was a fan of Gerrard and the Reds for a while.
By a club owner. Packers have a special situation in the league, like soccer clubs in Europe we talked about with the law. Can you explain why Packers are different in that term?
We're not lining the pockets of a billionaire owner. We don't have an owner. We're the only major North American sports team without a true owner. There's a lot of shareholders, but the team is really owned by the city, and it makes a really close bond between citizens of Green Bay and really the region, the state of Wisconsin, and the Packers organization. So it's really special bond. It's unique. I believe there's a team in a major sport in Europe that has a similar situation, but we're the only team in North America like that.
I heard you speak on Tuesday.
I love that. That's incredible.
I heard you speak on Tuesday. Are you really committed to see the Lionesses tonight? Maybe Man City tomorrow?
I'm going to watch the U.S. national team tonight. But obviously the Lionesses are the Euro champs, is that right? So it's a friendly, but hopefully it's competitive. Yeah, I want to get out and see the city a little bit. We obviously came here later in the week, so not as much time. I'm not sure about tomorrow. Tomorrow I might just relax a little bit.
Aaron, concussions are a big topic right now in the NFL.
What is?
Concussions
Yeah.
are again a big topic right now in the NFL.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow talked about this week in the locker room that maybe in college he don't remember some NFL games. I watched through your game logs. I saw you maybe had one or two as well. Can you give me your perspective? How much the sport changed to make it safer for you, and if you think that's enough?
I do think it's enough. I just think we have to police ourselves as well and be smart about that. Players want to be out there, but we need to think about our long-term health, and I think we all know the difference between getting rocked and getting concussed. There's definitely a difference. I've had a few on the field, and there's a difference between getting nailed and going to sidelines and maybe your jaw hurts or neck's hurting a little bit and actually having a concussion. So I don't know what else the NFL can do, honestly, and I'm not always defending the NFL in every decision that they make, which I think every topic should be up for discussion. When it comes to this, there's independent people on the sidelines who are watching for those hits. There's protocol that has to happen if a guy has a ding and they got to go in the tent and be evaluated by multiple people. I think that there needs to be a closer eye on those particular plays. Obviously, watching the play with Tua back, you go back to the previous week, you saw him kind of stumble after a hit. I think we all know what was going on there. And for Tua, I understand the predicament. You want to be out there and keep playing. But we all got to think about our long-term health, because we know the effects of CTE has been well documented. Now there's more research around it. But I don't know what else the league can do. They're trying to, pull guys off the field. Like I said, there's multiple people watching for specific head injuries. We got to police ourselves too.